90 minutes against the defending national champs, and you come out with a 1-1 draw. What were your goals going in terms of the way you wanted to play to get a result, and overall, what did you think of the way your team played today?
The goal was to play a lower block than we normally do, and I think these guys did a really good job of executing that. It's not something we do a ton, so I think they took in information pretty fast between games, and they did a good job of executing that. And I think the effort was really good. They're a good team. I still feel they're a very good team. I feel like on the day there were some things that gave us opportunity to get a really big win. So a little bit disappointed that we weren't able to come out with the win, but we did get a result, which is good. And they did a great job from an effort and execution standpoint for sure.
Sammy had a shot into the upper corner like 4 or 5 minutes in. You had the penalty kick late in the first half. What kind of conversations did you all have at halftime? You went into the locker room still scoreless, but what kinds of things did you all discuss in the locker room at halftime?
No.
I think it was reminding us that we're still in this game, that we're just as good as a team as Florida State. And then more specifics, it's when we get the ball, like not rushing it on transition, playing with it. And then once we get the ball in the final third, like, can we get the numbers in the box? I think it's just the final things that we need to stay locked in with and stay tweaked in with that would ultimately lead to a goal. So that was kind of what we talked about during halftime that, helped us get that goal second half.
Lou's penalty kick goes in, and then obviously there was a do-over, and the second one didn't go in. So what did you think about the way your team responded to that sequence?
I told them it was a little bit on me for switching it up because she can go both ways, and I threw it on Truth last minute. But it's a little unfortunate. We finished the penalty. We drew a good penalty and finished it, and it's not something you often see called. So it was a little unfortunate, and I told them I take the credit for that one.
On your goal, you were right on the end line. Mm-hmm. Were you trying to bank that off the goalkeeper, or was that an intended cross? Were you looking for a teammate in the middle somewhere?
That was an intended cross. I was looking for a teammate. Honestly, at that angle, I wasn't trying to shoot the ball. I knew that it most likely wasn't going to go in. I mean, I was very lucky that it did deflected off the goalkeeper, but at that kind of angle, I was looking more to play a player so that they could have a better opportunity to score.
Did you even see it go in? Because it looked like you were looking at the reaction of other players rather than the ball.
No, I did see it trickle in, and once I did see it cross that line, I was so happy. Yeah.
All right, so Sammy had the shot in the corner in the first few minutes. You had the penalty kick. You had your goal. You had Eliana with a breakaway a few minutes in. Do you feel like, are you walking out of a tie against the defending national champs disappointed with the outcome?
Honestly, I am, but I probably always am because I feel like on the day we had some other really good looks that a lot of times we finish, So I've said it all year, like this attack it's great. I think there are a lot of pieces to it, and look, they're an incredible team. We respect that, but yeah, on the day, I felt like it was ours to go take.
It's easy to look at goal scorers, but Sierra had a bunch of big saves, including one with, 4.5 minutes left, which was pretty much a one-on-one. Sophie had a sliding save with 30 seconds left. What did you think of your defense's performance and the way they stood their ground against, as you said, a very powerful offensive team that came in with 29 goals already?
Yeah, they did an incredible job. I thought they were very good. They were organizationally, like distance between the lines and in that block, they have to really be locked in on their distance and keeping the distance of the block what it needs to be. And then they were really proactive when we were attacking. They were really proactive with their positioning and kept it from becoming a counter. So I think that they did really well with really executing the things that they've done very well at times, pretty consistently over the last few weeks.
You talked about how your team played in the lower block tonight. What did that do to the transition through the middle third, either as you were trying to build forward to the offense or everybody already sitting back more defensive stance.
It takes a little more effort to support the attack, right? When we do, it takes a little more effort to get numbers in the box, but they also conserve a little bit more. I mean, maybe not Nyah because she was playing as the point of it, but they conserve overall a little bit more energy and not just chasing because they're very capable of moving the ball well. So I think, again, they executed it very well for something we don't do that often.
Ever since the announcement was made that you're moving to the ACC, you've talked about this ridiculous slate of games. Now you've got to turn around and go face Duke. How do you put this behind you, regroup, and get ready for the next one?
Same as we always do. 24 hours, sit with it, and then we move on. It's the only choice, you know, that we're pretty good about that. It's 24-hour rule, win or lose, and then we're focused. I mean, it's nice that we have a week. Now we've got one game instead of two, and we'll get a little extra training in. So that is great, and also a little extra recovery in. So, yeah, it's what it is. We know this, but it should give them a lot of confidence that now we can go play with the people in this league. If there was any question, I think that they were there already, but it should give them a little more confidence.
Nyah, you had this experience with the Canadian national team. You come back. I guess, what was the adjustment period like getting back with into the routine with your team? And then obviously you had an amazing goal at Miami, you had a goal tonight. Does it feel like you're sort of starting a new season with this team, or what is that transition period like for you?
I think it was a rocky transition coming back because I was so adjusted playing with one team. And then I come back 3 weeks later and I have to adjust my whole playing style to play back with SMU. But, you know, it was rocky at first, but I had the team's support and I just, you know, had patience and took it day by day, practice by practice. So I think that now I'm kind of back in the flow with things and I feel like I'm just right back in the team like I was when I left before the World Cup.
How different was the offense you played with on the Canadian team compared to what you play with here, or your role in that offense? And is there anything you took from that experience that you bring back that has made you a little different player than when we saw you a few weeks ago?
I don't think that my role was too different from playing with Canada to here. I think that, you know, my role is like scoring goals and being open to score goals, creating goal-scoring opportunities. So I think that carried over into the tournament and then back here home. I think that things that I took away from the tournament is just controlling what I can control. I think that that's a big piece, especially in a big tournament. Like, you can't be focusing on mistakes that other people make or things that you just can't control because it weighs a lot on you. So you just got to stay present, stay in the moment, and just focus on what you can control and what you can do in the game and how you can impact it.
I'll say it's a pretty efficient transition on her part. It's just been a week, really, a week and a few days. So
Right.
she's done a great job coming back in and being patient with it. And yeah, it takes longer a lot of times. So that's a testament to who she is and just how present she stays.
You seem pretty glad to have her back.
I am. I told you we would be. We were happy for her, but we would be happy to have her back.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.